Is bringing manufacturing back to America the strategic boost supply chains desperately need? In this video, you'll discover why reshoring isn't just a political talking point, it's a transformative shift in supply chain strategy, backed by real data, major investments, and solid supply chain logic. Let's unpack it. Reshoring momentum and real-world moves. First, the numbers speak for themselves. In 2024, reshoring and related foreign direct investment, FDI, brought 244,000 U.S. jobs, with 90% in high to mid-tech manufacturing, such as electronics and EV batteries. Just recently, Johnson & Johnson announced a $2 billion investment in North Carolina to expand domestic pharma production and safeguard against looming import tariffs, creating around 120 new jobs. Meanwhile, GE Appliances is shifting over $3 billion worth of production from refrigerators to washers back into the U.S., modernizing facilities across multiple states and adding more than 1,000 jobs. Why companies are reshoring, strategy, and supply chain drivers. Why are companies investing to bring production stateside? There are 5 key strategic drivers. Resilience and reduced risk. Local production dramatically cuts lead times from weeks to days and buffers against global shocks and tariffs. Cost competitiveness via automation. Rising overseas wages and supply chain fragility are being offset by automation in U.S. plants, reducing labor costs by up to 30%. Quality and IP control. Producing at home tightens oversight, reducing defects and safeguarding intellectual property. Economic multipliers and jobs. Since 2010, reshoring has accounted for 2 million U.S. manufacturing jobs, with nearly 300,000 added in 2023 alone. Geopolitical stabilization. Reshoring minimizes exposure to export bans, tariffs, or regional instability. The role of tech and policy in enabling reshoring. A big part of reshoring's traction lies in government incentives and technological infrastructure. The CHIPS and Science Act, paired with the IRA and infrastructure funding, has already stimulated over $224 billion in investments and created more than 100,000 jobs in areas like semiconductors, EV batteries, and clean energy. And tech platforms are catalyzing Agility Takes Xometry, which has connected 68,000 buyers with over 4,300 U.S. suppliers, generating $1 billion in revenue since 2020. Trade-offs and risks of reshoring. That said, reshoring is not without challenges. A sobering finding from a 2025 OECD report suggests that, if not executed wisely, reshoring can create domestic bottlenecks and make economies more vulnerable to internal shocks. Companies also face higher operational costs, labor shortages, and the need for technology upgrades and worker reskilling. A thoughtful strategy must carefully assess total cost of ownership, TCO, supply chain dependencies, and capacity planning. Conclusion and key takeaways. In summary, reshoring U.S. manufacturing offers clear value, resilience, agility, job creation, and strategic control. Whether you're in supply chain, procurement, or manufacturing leadership, the path forward includes evaluating reshoring through TCO and resiliency modeling, leveraging automation and nearshoring hubs, aligning with policy incentives and infrastructure investments. If done correctly, reshoring isn't just a trend, it's a reshaped future for American supply chains. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, subscribe, and share it with a friend in the industry. Join our membership for deep insight, weekly newsletter, and even free books. I'll see you in the next one.